Do you have some habits that are making other people rich and keeping you poor? Let's talk about it. I'm Simone Kasine, owner of Candace Capital Holdings and Candace Capital Insurance Firm. And I'm here. I want you to hit the word subscribe so that you can find out when me and my friends are going to be on. And we're going to be talking about building wealth strategies, how to protect your assets, and last but not least, just keys to success. Paying the minimum balance on your credit card, sometimes that's something that we have to do. But you want to make sure that you're at least trying to pay a larger share of that. Because if you're paying the minimum balance, you're really only just paying interest, most of the interest, and not really getting into the principal, which that's what you want to do. You want to be able to pay it down as soon as possible. Because as long as you still have that open balance, it's going to continue to gain interest and you're going to be paying more and more. Only make it the credit card companies rich. Regularly dining out. Now, this is kind of debatable because fast food restaurants or just restaurants as a whole, fast food restaurants have gone up in prices. Groceries have gone up in prices. And then maybe some of the casual dining has gone down in prices, right? So you gotta kind of look at your receipts and look at how much you pay per month. But for a larger family, it's probably not going to be as advantageous for someone to dine out. You probably want to cook at home most of the time. But if it's only one or two people, a lot of times cooking at home, you end up throwing out a lot of the food, and that becomes a large waste. So decide what's going to be the best balance and what gives you and your family the most bang for your buck. But eating out every day or buying groceries, those are still going to be really strong, really big expenses. So if you can, cut out on the DoorDash, the delivery charges, and all of the extra charges that you might gain. See if you can pack your lunch, meal prep, and do other things that will help you be able to save time and money. I think one of the biggest headaches that you're going to get is impulse buying. Yeah, impulse buying. That's a big headache, right? So a lot of times we may go into the store just to be able to do some retail therapy and buy something that we probably can't really afford at the time, but we're only really doing it for us to feel better. Or being approached with something that we really can't afford at the time, but we're looking at it and saying, oh, okay, I'll make it up later. There may not be a later. So keep your impulse buying down to a minimum, right? You want to be able to do your research on products, services, or whatever that you're going to do. You want to make sure that you shop around and look at any of those hidden fees that may be left there. Do not take out unnecessary loans. Don't. If you don't need the money and it is not an emergency or you're not planning for something, there's no need to take it out a loan. Taking out payday loans just so that you can go out to the club or if it's not a necessity, that is not the rate that you want to go. One, you don't want to take out a payday loan anyway because they're so expensive in the fees and the interest rate. But if this is not an emergency, this is not something that you want to consider. You want to make sure that you are taking out loans because of the simple fact that if you needed it or you already have planned for this purchase. Last one is skipping maintenance. Now, whether it is your home, it is your car, but if you are not doing the regular maintenance, that's going to end up in a bigger mess, right? So being proactive is a whole lot better than being reactive. And a lot of the times when things break down, it's usually at the worst and most inconvenient times. So do yourself a favor. Stay on maintenance. Make sure that you're getting your tires rotated, oil changes, whether it's maintenance on your house, your furnace clean, whatever that is, do your best to stay upon all of those maintenance things because that will keep you in a good position so that you don't have some big issue at the end in an inopportune time when you don't have the cash. Well, I'm Simone Kasine. Again, I'm the owner of Candace Capital and Candace Capital Holdings. And so I want to be able to give you more tips and tools on how to build wealth, be successful, and protect your assets. And I'm bringing some friends along. So make sure that you go on and hit the word subscribe so that you can know when we're coming back next.